Hello, church. So here's our devotional for Monday, June 1st, as we step into the new month and things are rolling. Yeah, it gets pretty busy in that late spring heading into early summer times. We're step into Ecclesiastes 6 today. We'll be doing 12 verses, which is the entire chapter, and a few pieces from Towner that we'll share as well. And he entitles this section of 6 verses 1 to 12 on lowering expectations. There is an evil that I've seen under the sun, and it lies heavy upon humankind. Those to whom God gives wealth, possessions, and honor, so that they lack nothing of all that they desire, yet God does not enable them to enjoy these things, but a stranger enjoys them. This is vanity. It is a grievous ill. A man may beget 100 children and live many years, but however many are the days of his years, if he does not enjoy life's good things or has no burial, I say that a stillborn child is better off than he. For it comes into vanity and goes into darkness, and in darkness its name is covered. Moreover, it has not seen the sun or known anything, yet it finds rest rather than he. Even though he should live 1,000 years twice over, yet enjoy no good, do not all go to one place. All human toil is for the mouth, yet the appetite is not satisfied. For what advantage have the wise over fools? And what do the poor have who know how to conduct themselves before the living? Better is the sight of the eyes than the wandering of desire. This also is vanity and a chasing after wind. Whatever has come to be has already been named, and it is known what human beings are, and that they are not able to dispute with those who are stronger. The more words, the more vanity. So how is one the better? For who knows what is good for mortals while they live the few days of their vain life, which they pass like a shadow? For who can tell them what will be after them under the sun? So a couple of portions of introduction and the commentary, and then a reflection piece. Chapter 6 picks up the note upon which chapter 5 concluded, that possessions are gifts of God, and that the ability to enjoy them is also a gift of God. This chapter follows through 4 stages, the plight of those who do not have the gift of enjoyment. The formula with which the chapter opens, there is an evil that I have seen under the sun, echoes the language of chapter 5, verse 13. The evil is the situation of the individual whom God has not enabled to enjoy wealth, possessions, and honor. God's refusal to empower the rich man means that a stranger ends up enjoying the estate. Gordis points out that the stranger need not be a foreigner and even an unknown person. For Kohelet, the individualist, each man is a stranger to his fellows, even to members of his own family. There is a distinctly modern implication here of the essential loneliness of the individual personality. Like the ancient dialectical theologian that he was, the teacher circles once again around the themes of the means of joy in life, the illusory advantage of power and wealth, and inescapable predetermination. In 6:1-2, the fatalistic dilemma into which Kohelet's radical logic carries him is restated in negative terms. In 5:19, the problem was stated softly and positively. To have the gift of enjoying good things is a grace of God. Now it is put harshly. To have it and never enjoy it is an evil that lies heavy upon humankind. Unlike the rich fool in Jesus' story, whose free choice it was to build even ever bigger barns before he ate, drank, and was merry, the rich and famous people of Kohelet's tale could not have escaped their discontent and despair in any way. One sympathizes with Scott's effort to weaken the dilemma by describing this as the case of a man who has everything that heart can desire, but is prevented by circumstances or by his own attitude from enjoying life. Elsewhere, the teacher allows freer play to human choice and responsibility. In this passage, however, Kohelet's mood is deterministic. God and God alone decides who will be able to enjoy and be happy, and faithful obedience, moral rectitude, prayer, and fasting will not affect this outcome in any way. Which takes us both into some of those continued predestinationist conversations, but also, since we're in Romans and it's going to become a pretty heavy theme for Sunday, the importance of righteousness by faith alone. Little Peterson for you. He entitles this section, Things Are Bad. Okay. Oh, I like that guy. Let me see if I can scroll down here. Sorry. Things are bad. I looked long and hard at what goes on around here, and let me tell you, things are bad, and people feel it. There are people, for instance, on whom God showers everything: money, property, reputation, all they ever wanted or dreamed of, and then God doesn't let them enjoy it. Some stranger comes along and has all the fun. It's more of what I'm calling smoke, a bad business. Say a couple have scores of children and live a long, long life, but never enjoy themselves, even though they end up with a big funeral. I'd say that a stillborn baby gets the better deal. It gets its start in a mist and ends up in the dark, unnamed. It sees nothing and knows nothing, but is better off than by far than anyone living. Even if someone lived 1,000 years, make it 2,000, but didn't enjoy anything, what's the point? Doesn't everyone end up in the same place? We work to feed our appetites. Meanwhile, our souls go hungry. So what advantage has a sage over a fool, or over some poor wretch who barely gets by? Some poor wretch, yeah. Just grab whatever you can while you can. Don't assume something better might turn up and by. All it amounts to anyway is smoke and spitting into the wind. Whatever happens, happens. Its destiny is fixed. You can't argue with fate. The more words that are spoken, the more smoke there is in the air. And who is any better off? And who knows what's best for us as we live out our meager smoke and shadow lives? And who can tell any of us the next chapter of our lives? That is it for today. And also, that's it for Ecclesiastes 6. And we'll be back with you tomorrow for Ecclesiastes 7. See you then.